Imagine for a second that your job is to stand in a ring with a human being trained since birth to turn their shins, elbows, and knees into lethal weapons. Now imagine that every time you land your best shot, the punch you've spent 10 years perfecting, the man across from you just smiles. He doesn't reset. He doesn't go on the defensive. He drops his hands to his sides, offers you his chin, and invites you to do it again. This isn't a scene from a movie. This is a Tuesday night for Rodtang Jitmuangnon. In the combat sports world, we throw around terms like warrior and legend far too easily. But Rodtang is an anomaly. With over 320 professional fights, he has become the global face of Muay Thai, a sport known as the art of 8 limbs. He is the reigning one championship flyweight Muay Thai world champion, a man who has transcended the sport to become a cultural icon. But to understand the Iron Man, you have to understand the scrap metal. You have to understand the dirt, because Rodtang's story isn't about a man who likes to fight. It's about a man who fought because he had no other choice. This is the complete, unfiltered rise of the greatest showman in combat sports history. To understand the ferocity Rodtang brings to the ring, you have to look at where he started. He wasn't born into a martial arts dynasty. He was born Tinakorn Srizawat in the Phathalung province of Southern Thailand. He was the 8th of 10 children. In a household that large, food isn't a guarantee, it's a competition. His parents were rubber tappers. If you've never seen that work, it's grueling. You wake up at 2 a.m., head into the dark forests, and cut the bark of trees to collect latex. It pays pennies. When the rubber market was down, his parents worked construction, hauling heavy loads under a sun that regularly hits 100 degrees. Rodtang didn't have a childhood in the way most of us define it. While other kids were playing, he and his siblings were scavengers. They would roam the village looking for scrap metal, glass bottles, or plastic, anything they could sell to the local junkyard for a few baht. There's a story Rodtang tells that sticks with you. He would go to local funerals, not because he knew the deceased, but because in Thai culture, funerals often involve a communal meal. He and his brothers would wait at the edges of the ceremony, hoping for the leftovers so they could have a full meal that night. At age 8, Rodtang saw a local Muay Thai show. He didn't see glory. He didn't see martial arts. He saw a kid his age get handed a stack of bills after the fight. He asked how much it was. It was 300 baht. Roughly $10. To a kid who spent all day picking up trash for less than $1, 300 baht looked like a fortune. He went home and told his parents he wanted to fight. They were hesitant, but they were also desperate. He had his first fight with zero formal training. He just swung, he won, and when he handed that money to his mother, the Iron Man was born. Not out of a love for the sport, but out of a love for his family. In Thailand, if you're a talented fighter in the provinces, there is only one path: Bangkok. The capital is the Mecca. If you win in the stadiums of Rodtang or Lumpini, you're a god. If you lose, you're just another name in a long list of forgotten boys. At 14, Rodtang left his family. Imagine being 14 years old, hopping on a bus with a small bag, leaving everything you know to go live in a gym with 30 other boys who want to kick your head off. He ended up at the Jitmuangnon Gym. This isn't a fitness center, this is a grind house. The training starts at 4:30 a.m. with a 10-kilometer run, then hours of pad work, clinching, and sparring. The gym was run by a man named Juan, who became Rodtang's mentor and father figure. Juan saw something in Rodtang that others missed. At the time, the elite style in Bangkok was Muay Femur, the technical, beautiful, elusive style. Think of it like fencing with your shins. Rodtang wasn't that. He was a Muay Mat. He was a brawler. He was a tank. Early in his Bangkok career, some critics called his style stupid boxing. They said he took too much damage. They said he wouldn't last. In the high-stakes world of Thai gambling, technical fighters were safer bets. But Rodtang realized something. The gamblers didn't own the stadium. The fans did. Every time Rodtang fought, the stadium erupted. He would take a punch just to land two. He became the people's champion long before he was a world champion. He was the guy who made the stadium feel electric. Between 2016 and 2018, he became a fixture at Omnoy Stadium, eventually winning the 130-pound title. He was finally making real money, money that was being sent straight back to Phathalung to build his parents a house.